So, let's talk about this.
This is breaking news from Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
That was not a joke. The things I'm going to be talking about in this video are quite disturbing for me to discuss. So, proceed with caution. Duncan Burden is one of my former friends. I've known this guy for over 6 years in this community that I've been a part of for that long. And this guy and I actually shared a close bond in our friendship. And we actually talked quite a lot. This guy was a wrestling fan just like me. This guy actually used to own a couple of DVDs of Impact Wrestling events before he sold them. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, this guy watches wrestling a lot. He knew a lot about he knew a lot about things about wrestling, especially the shit that happens in companies like WWE, Impact Wrestling, as I've already mentioned, Ring of Honor. He's also seen some of the independent shit, like like companies like ECW and XPW and CZW. Well, I wouldn't really necessarily call ECW an independent because it later got acquired by WWE. But I digress. The main topic I'm going to be discussing is what ultimately led to Duncan's downfall. And believe me when I tell you that the details about this are going to be really disturbing. So, if you have an aversion to these kind of things, then I'm telling you, please proceed with caution because it's going to get a lot worse from here. So, so last night we found out something very disturbing about Duncan that I'm surprised never came that I'm surprised never came to light until last night. And what is it that happened, you might ask? That's a good question, and the answer is, well, I don't know how to tell you this, but apparently he ended up drawing child pornography of one of my friends. There, I said it. Happy now? I never even wanted I never even wanted to talk about this. And I never knew anything about this until it came to light last night. So, this was actually a statement from my friend, and this was the minor in question. I don't know if they want their identity revealed, but I'm just going to avoid naming names for their sake. I know exactly who it is. This person is also another one of my friends, and I'm just going to label them as anonymous to protect the identity of the innocent, especially since this person is a minor. Keep in mind, keep in mind, when this happened, Duncan was 21 years old, and this was last year. And yeah, this was last year. This happened in 2022 when I was exiled from the UFMG community because of Duncan's ex, who I already made a video about back in January. See that one for context. And yeah, this individual actually talked with another person. I'm not sure who this individual is, but they identify under the name Mitchell, and I'm going to be reading this Discord exchange that went on between these two. So, my friend over here actually contacted them. Keep in mind that while Duncan was 21 at the time, the minor in question was 15 years old at the time. So, I'm going to get right into this. This individual, this guy says, and I quote, "Good evening, Mitch. Hopefully I don't ruin your day in the case that it was already going good. I would like to alert you of something very upsetting, but also something that, as people, we universally condemn. I'd rather not immediately say what this is until I am at least aware that you are seeing this message. What I'm about to explain is really disturbing, and it's regarding a user that is in the Laser Discord. A server that I'm not a part of, by the way. I haven't actually joined it, but this is kind of piquing my interest." And then Mitchell responds, and I quote, "Alright, I'm curious as to what happened." Alright, and then this guy responds. He says, "Glad to have your attention. Allow me to emphasize something and then I'll get into the nitty gritty. I've made a bunch of mutuals over the years that have ranged in various ages. I have mutuals who are minors and mutuals who are adults. Some of them are a lot closer to me than others. Some of these mutuals I've known for years, whether they be minors or adults. What has happened was something that I've never thought would have ever happened, and especially something that I would be the target of, but alas, expect the unexpected. I'm a minor myself. I am currently 16 years old of age. I will be turning 17 in July. You see where this is going. Oh yeah, I definitely see where this is going. I can see this taking a turn for the... You thought this was taking a turn for the worst? No, this is taking a turn for the most fucked up. So I'm going to continue. He also responds by saying, and I quote, last year on May 29, 2022, me and some friends were just chatting on stuff over some taboo topics because let's be real, the internet is horny and there isn't much that can be done to stop that. On this day, I also happened to have went out on a walking trip with my mom in an area around an area in my city during the late evening. I had my phone with me, so I used that to chat with some of my friends. That was when a friend of mine, who happens to be a member of the Laser Discord, did the misdeed of drawing an albeit shitty doodle of me plastered onto some random not safe for work fan art from the internet of a character I like. I don't want to describe too much, but in this image, I was drawn nude. This took place a month before my 16th birthday, so I was 15 at the time the drawing was made. The person who drew it was 21 years old, 6 years apart. To make matters worse, this person knew that I was a minor. What upsets me more that was that I complimented with the image without properly giving it too much thought. I didn't think too much knowing that he made technically illegal art. He basically made CP art out of me. I didn't give it too much thought and forgot about it until recently when a very close internet friend of mine brought up this person's degeneracy. And that was when the memory came back. I felt horrible having not seen the image with critical lenses back when he posted it. At the same time, however, I was on a walking trip with my mom, so I just passed it off as another one of his erotic drawings, which he is famous or infamous for among people. The person in question is named Duncan Burden, or Puppy0 as his username on Discord and other platforms. And then Mitch responds by saying, I'm genuinely sorry that happened. We'll be discussing with our mods to take a prompt course of action, ban and reporting most likely. And then my friend responds by saying, alright. And Mitchell responds by saying, thanks for letting me know. And then my friend responds by saying, no man, thank you for letting me speak with you. I bet your day has been busy. And then Mitchell responds by saying, no worries, if you ever need any help, you contact me or any of the other admins or mods. And then my friend responds by saying, alright, thank you again. And then Mitchell responds by saying, we take shit like this seriously. Once we're done, I'll make an announcement on the server soon. And then my friend says, okay, just make sure the rest handle this as carefully as possible. Harassment is the last thing needed. And then Mitchell responds by saying, gotcha. So yeah, this is actual evidence that Duncan did something really fucked up here. And I'm surprised that this actually came to my attention, because I heard that that a member of this community was being ousted last night, and I didn't think too much of it. I didn't know who it was gonna be, but after seeing some shit last night, and believe me, I've actually seen some shit, I have absolutely no words. To think that a person who I shared a close friendship with for over 6 years, I feel like 6 years of all that friendship and loyalty has become a complete fucking waste. I don't even know. I genuinely don't even know what to say. Like, Duncan, what was going through your head at the time when you were doing this? I really want to know. I'm genuinely curious. But now, not only have you pissed off the entire community and made sure that they want nothing to do with you, but this affects me the most, especially since you and I have had that close and tight bond for 6 fucking years. So, Duncan, congratulations. You've done something right, finally. way worse than what your ex did to me. You have managed to legitimately break my heart. This got so bad that I could barely sleep at night. I could, like, as soon as I heard the news breaking last night about this shit kept me awake for the entire time. I was unable to sleep the entire night. And this led to me feeling severely depressed. Because I did not think that a close friend of mine who I knew for 6 years would be capable of shit like this. And to make matters worse, it got so bad that it ultimately got so bad that it resulted in me having a mental breakdown. 3 times, in fact, while I was at school. No joke, I legitimately broke down crying today. You see where this is going, right? But yeah, a lot of fucked up shit broke out against Duncan last night, and trust me when I tell you that it's getting a lot worse. A lot more new developments are in place, and things. Oh yeah, things are not getting any better. Things are definitely not getting better. Ah, jeez. So it's been revealed that my friend Keegan actually made a video responding to this whole situation, but not on his main channel, but rather on the 13verse channel, which I am also a managing editor of. So yeah, this has things have gotten a lot worse. Yeah, like this wasn't the first time that apparently this wasn't the first time he did this. Like surprisingly, like this is actually some really fucked up shit I'm seeing here. Like this wasn't the first time. He ended up drawing NSFW material out of an actual person who was a fucking minor. I cannot believe that this actually happened. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. So there's this one image that he drew, and I'm like, I don't even want to get too much into detail about it, but yeah. My friend Garrett Simmers, who I also mentioned in my previous video talking about Duncan's ex, was also a victim of this. He also had a discussion with this. He also had a discussion about this with my other friends, Jack Winter, Uwe Rathor, and Samuel Kosh. And honestly, things have gotten a lot worse. So yeah, that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg to the nasty shit he did, because the tea is fucking scalding right now. Okay, guys, this tea is scalding. I'm ready to fucking spill it. I'm ready to fucking spill the tea. So, if you thought that was bad, one other thing he did is just as bad. Like, apparently he was shown to be a beggar by asking for money from others who didn't commission him by drawing and shit. He was actually shown to be a beggar by asking for money from others who didn't commission him any drawings and other shit like that. That's like fucking awesome. That's like fucking awful. I am trying my best to stay calm about this. So, this was an exchange between. So there was an exchange between my friend Louis Wolf, who I'll also be giving a shout out to at the end of this video. So Louis Wolf and Garrett ended up having a sort of exchange, and Louis Wolf said to Garrett, and I quote, "Oh, you want to know something?" And then Garrett says, "Ooh, go on." And Louis Wolf responds by saying, he would make drawings out of me, whether it be NSFW or not. Not a problem, right? Get this. He would ask if I can spare $10 for the pics I didn't even fucking request. And then Garrett responds by saying, Jesus fucking Christ. And then Louis Wolf responds by saying, I'm okay with SFW or NSFW art out of me, but how the fuck are you gonna make art out of me and request $10 for something that I didn't commission? And then Garrett responds by saying, "That's some backwards ass logic right there." And yeah, it is. So yeah, there was actually a tweet that came out from Keegan about Duncan, and believe and trust me when I tell you that things have gotten like a lot worse. So yeah, things have gotten worse. Okay, so there is also some more eyewitness testimony from Jack Winter, and he actually wrote this, and he actually also was a victim of this, and he said, and I quote, "Oh yeah, that's true. Well, if I may, in February 2019, I showed Duncan a gif of Rhea Gremory taking her clothes off, and he decided to masturbate in front of me. Oh my fucking god! Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. Where does anyone have a length of rope for me? I need to tie a noose around my neck because this shit has gotten 10 times worse. I don't want to fucking live anymore. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, I don't even know how to respond to this. Because, like, dude, this is. Oh my god, I can't get the image out of my head. I can't get the fucking mental image out of my head. Ah! God! Okay. Okay. Ah. I'm calm now. I'm calm now. Let me see what else I'm happening. Wait, okay. So, yeah. At the time, Tomcat was 15 and Duncan was 18. Yeah. Yeah, that actually happened. That actually fucking happened. So Tomcat was 15 at the time and Duncan was 18. And then like yeah, he's like he actually jerked off in front of you for real? And then Tomcat's like, "Oh god. Oh god. Oh god." I don't even want to picture what he said, but I'm just going to by the time I finish uploading this video to YouTube, I'm going to show you guys the tweet that came out. Like, bro, that is some fucked up shit. That is some really fucked up shit. I knew that Duncan had some dark humor, but I never thought he would go this low. So basically, the only way I can respond to this is that image with the guy holding a sign that says, and I quote, "Our expectations for you were low, but holy fuck." Yeah, like that image is basically the only way I can describe this shit. Okay, so here's another piece of eyewitness testimony, and this one also comes from Garrett. Garrett says that, and I quote, "No, note that I was 13 to 14 years old when he drew this shit, and he was like 17, I think, right? And this was dated back to late 2017. Oh boy. Well, there's another one. There's another piece of information that came out here. So this one was an exchange between my other friend, Little Bonk Boy, and Louis Wolf, and this happened. Louis Wolf's actually no, Little Bonk Boy says, and I quote, "Well, I'm a bigger fucktard for giving her money for my commission, which is now why I hate myself even more." And Louis Wolf responds by saying, and I quote, "Get this: every time he drew art out of me, he'd ask for $10 for pictures I didn't even commission." And then Lil Bonk Boy responds by saying, "Well, he did that 3 times. I think I didn't even fucking ask for it." And then Louis responds by saying, "I'm okay with art out of me, but how are you gonna ask me for money for pics I don't even commission for?" And then he responds to Lil Bonk Boy by saying, "You too?" And then Lil Bonk Boy says, "Yeah." And then Louis reacts by saying, "What the fuck?" Honestly, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I do not blame him for reacting this way. I don't even know how to say this, but at this point, he's pretty much dug his hole even deeper than it already has. Since a shit ton of news is breaking out about him, I don't think that there's gonna be a possibility of him being able to. Like, now it's gotten so bad that we are literally comparing him to EDP 445. And I don't even know what else to say from there. My point being that the most disturbing detail looks like Duncan and his ex go hand in hand. Like, Duncan's ex was evil, but Duncan really isn't any better. So that's pretty much all I can say. What makes this even worse is that he's also part of the stigma that you can't trust anyone at this point, because anyone can end up being a pedophile or a groomer or end up doing illegal shit like this. Honestly, I have no words other than words of disappointment. So I even heard that Duncan didn't go to college, which kind of explains why he's been having trouble looking for a job and why he's been having trouble making money as of late. My point being is that I don't know why he didn't go to college. I mean, personally, I'm going to college this year, but I don't know jack shit about finance, but I'm just trying to work my way around the real world. Pray for me. I fucking hate my life right now. So yeah, I don't even know how to say this. Either way, I don't know how to tell you this, Duncan, but just like your ex, you have systematically hurt the people I care about, and that's not something I can forgive. But like, this, what you did was illegal, and what your ex did was just downright evil. So I don't even know who to pick. I between you two, I don't know who is worse. I think you two are equally just as bad. I want to call this karma for the whole pick a side thing you did. I want to call this karma for the whole pick a side campaign you did against me. But at the same time, I don't even know if this is karma or not. I never thought that the person who got me kicked out of the UFMG over some stupid and petty bullshit would end up themselves getting outed as a groomer. I never thought. So I'm not even sure what to say here. My final thoughts are like, dude, you were once a really cool guy. You had a very big impact on our community. But it seems that you've got some really fucked up issues that you may need to work out. And I would highly suggest taking time to seek a fucking therapist, because honestly, at this point I question whether you need a therapist or you need to see Jesus. But yeah, I don't think that there's gonna be any form of redemption for you, and I mean of your character. But I will say this. Some of us may not know what your religious or spiritual beliefs are. I do, but quite frankly, it does not matter to us either way. I'm just grateful for the fact that we can live in a country where we can all believe or disbelieve anything that we choose, and that applies to you equally, Duncan. I will say this. I will say this in my final thought. If you do truly feel remorseful for your actions, and you truly seek forgiveness and redemption for the crimes and the sins that you have committed, I hope you are granted it. And I want you to understand that I still do see the humanity in you. May God have mercy on your soul, Duncan. And that was my response. This is something that I really did not want to do or want to have to go out of my way to do. But the circumstances that have been placed in front of me have left me with no other option but to do this. So I just thought I'd tie out this loose end. To conclude this once and for all, I wish you the best of luck in your future, Duncan. Because I have a feeling that once everything comes crashing down, you will have nothing left. And the same thing applies to your ex too. And that's and that and there you go, people. There's my response. I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. Major shout out to the same people I mentioned in my video talking about Roszina Head. And yeah, I'm never letting anyone live that down. But yeah, the same people who I mentioned in that video are also getting some major shout outs. So yeah, now if you'll excuse me, I gotta take a shower and I got to get some sleep because this shit has kept me up all fucking night. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. I very much appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat, because I post new content almost every single day. It was really disheartening that I had to do this, but what needed to be done needed to be done. So yeah. Also, as part of this, we have also terminated Duncan's employment with Shadow Pro Wrestling, and we have also removed him from the position as general manager of said company. We have also ended our sponsorships with McNinjas and Dunkin' Donuts, both of which are parodies of McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts respectively. And the King of the Iron Fist Championship has been vacated, and we need someone new to fill in his position. This was a tough decision to make, but what's done is done. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other and stay blessed. I'm really not in a good mood right now. Fucking kill me.